appreciate you were sat on the bench there for the last 5 minutes, but was that a little bit closer than what you anticipated?
Yeah, obviously yes, with 1 man less. I think it was a tough moment. I think the last 10 minutes or last 5 minutes was a really, really tough moment, obviously. In the Champions League, we never know what's going to happen, and especially 3-2 and the last minute, last 5 minutes, it's always been always tough. But yeah, it was uncomfortable sitting on the bench and watching teammates suffering. But look, I think the most important thing is that we got 3 points.
Well, you certainly did. Let's talk about your goals this evening. Your first one, link-up play with Harry Kane. That is your 50th goal-assist combination. What is the secret between you two?
Well, I think we're just understanding really well. I think what I know what H like to do, and probably H is the same. So, but I think it's the relationship. There is no secret. I think there's always hard work and a good effort, and yeah, I think this has always been a payoff from hard work, and yeah, I hope many more to come as well.
At that point in the game, once you're back on level terms, is it fair to say it gave you a lift? The atmosphere in the stadium certainly changed.
Yeah, obviously yes, because it's our home, and yeah, especially you don't want to go down 1-0, and especially with yeah, I would say mistake, but team mistake, but. Look, I think in the football there is always it's going to be mistakes. So, but we need to bounce back, and that's what we did. We did quite really early, and I think the game have been completely changed. And yeah, before halftime 3-1, this was a really good performance and good results. But second half, obviously, we need to score more goals to finish the game.
We have to mention your second goal. Wow. Talk us through it from your perspective. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg's got the ball, he's running up, you're running on the other side. At what point did you think, I'm just going to smash this?
Yeah, as soon as when the ball came to me, I think Pierre just saw me before he crossed the ball, so I think Pierre has a unbelievable leg to see the ball in that pressure, and the ball was just really clear to me, and then I thought, there's only one option to take a volley, and then with left foot there was a. Yeah, I hit it really clean, and yeah, luckily the ball went inside, and I was very happy.
I think it almost broke the net. Was that Spurs and yourself back to their best at times tonight?
Look, there's always best, but I think the results obviously make us all giving us the boost, and I think it's really important we keep the positive things, and obviously there will be always improvement. You know, like always they're going to be. Something that we can improve in that game, and we're gonna see the game again, and we have to improve because on the weekend we have a massive game again.
You do, but that win tonight, because of other results, don't know if you know, sent you top of the group.
Look, I mean, they're still not finished. I think the group is still 2 games to play, so we are not obviously tonight we are happy, but we have to go again. It's gonna be another 2 tough games, but look. They're always going to want to. Every team wants to go through the group stage, so I think we need to prepare more than the other teams.
Lovely, Sonny. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well, what a first half it's been in North London. There is the story of how the first half has unfolded in numbers, but the most important numbers, as far as Conte is concerned, is that 3-1 scoreline at half-time. We're not used to seeing them score 3 in the first half. It's the first time they've done that this season. Let's get straight to the action, Glenn, because it was actually a very fast start for the likes of Frankfurt tonight, wasn't it, with Kamada delivering in the 14th minute?
Yeah, it's a terrible mistake from Dyer, but Lindstrom has got to take a lot of credit. He's pressed the ball. As Romero's played it across square, he's on his bike. And they're the sort of traps they've been laying Tottenham. Tottenham was sloppy late in the game, in the first game over there, nearly give a goal away, playing in their own penalty area. And I think that was something they've definitely looked at, Frankfurt, to press hard and press high, and it came off for them. And obviously Dyer's first touch, but it hasn't affected his game, you know. What I like about Dyer, he's still been able to play some semi-risky passes and not freeze. So he's just played his way through it.
But then came the Kane and Son combo.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we said Frankfurt would come and play, and they did, and they had a really good start. But credit Tottenham, you know, they've found a way to bounce back. We highlighted the front three, obviously, with Kane receiving it, and then you get runners with Richarlison and Son. I mean, these guys are just so good. You just trust these guys to go and do the job. And I think when Kane can receive a ball like that, crouching, and then he's brilliant. When Kulusevski doesn't play, he's the perfect guy to play the others in.
Yeah, I also think Richarlison, obviously, you know, we'll get the plaudits here, but, you know, he takes men away, he occupies defenders with his runs in behind, and that creates a space for Kane to drop deep, and Son looks really in the mood tonight.
He does, doesn't he? He's played a really good first 45 minutes. Then came the penalty. Let's look at the incident. Any questions for you?
Yeah, no, I think it's a penalty, but it's another ball up to Kane. They've told Kane to go and pin Hasabi and play up against him and put balls into his feet, and it's been so productive. This is a penalty. He's had to go over to... I'm glad he was sent over, and I think it was a penalty. There was contact was made. It was a great turn from Kane, and he deserves to get the chance to take the penalty. And I tell you what, if your life was on it, you'd want him on it.
There's no better penalty taker in the world.
No, he's absolutely full of confidence. He actually enjoys taking penalties.
Mr. Reliable. And then what about this from Son Crouchy?
Yeah, it's brilliant from Højbjerg. You know, fantastic little stand-up. Sessegnon makes a great run to the near post, and that creates the space for Son. And what a finish. I mean, it was devastating. You know, he's had his critics this season, but he's answering them this evening. You can see, keep your eye on Sessegnon's run, creates that space for Kane, but he's still got a hell of a lot to do. Yeah. What a finish.
What will that do for his confidence?
Yeah, I mean, it was dented, but I don't think these guys, you know, they don't lose that much confidence. He's the best finisher with his weaker foot in the world of football. I mean, you couldn't hit that any cleaner, Glenn, could you?
That's a wonderful strike, it really... And I tell you what, he's not tried to really hit it that hard. The ball's been pulled back and he's just gone straight through the centre of the ball. So he's almost like guided. He knows the power's already there. And he is full of confidence. Forget what he was going on at the beginning of the season. Forget that, that's gone. He's got a hat-trick against Leicester. He's not really regained his confidence yet in the games in between. They're still quite off it, but he's getting there. Today he looked sharp. You said that, Crouch, after the fight he looked sharp today. He's got 2 under his belt. It might be a hat-trick in the second half. This will only elevate this Tottenham team. We've been waiting and saying about Spurs, oh, well, they played OK and they won. That's a great sign for any team.
Certainly is, and Spurs fans I know enjoy... Well, despite the lack of control towards the end of the game, there were so many positives to take from the performance, but him scoring was definitely one of them.
Yeah, I think Son smiling and scoring, the world's a better place, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's such a ton. You know, he's gone through a difficult time, I think, start of the season. Questions were being asked after such an amazing season last year. But, I mean, well deserved. He was always going to get on the road to goals. And I thought right from minute 1 tonight, he looked so much sharper and he took his goals fantastically well.
Nice to see Kane and Son combining again.
Yeah, I mean, they're both amazing footballers. They really are. They're so blessed to have the pair of them. I mean, Kane, when Kulusevski doesn't play, he's kind of the creator. And Son, getting on the end of things, as we saw last season, he's an incredible finisher with both feet. And when he gets the opportunity and they get him some service in there...
The side, he don't normally plays that side. He prefers to go centre or to the keeper's right. So he changed a little bit, but it was a great penalty. He was, I agree with you, Peter, he was fantastic tonight. His hold-up play. He didn't need to drop in too deep tonight. He played right up as a centre-forward, coming off a little bit, and then they had runners going. For me, Spurs were poor in the first 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes. For 70 minutes, the middle part of the game, they were excellent. It's the best they've probably played all season.
Is that just game management, then, especially towards the end?
Yeah, I think that obviously they had 10 men. You know, you probably think the game's out of sight at some point, don't you? You know, 3-1, you know, you make a lot of changes, obviously. I mean, we said before the game, they're quite a crazy team, aren't they? You know, they have a go. You know, they started the game really good, and even though they're a man down, they kept pumping players forward. They had 7 in the box at one point when they scored their second goal. So they had to go put Tottenham under pressure, and then you just get a bit nervous. Yeah.
I think in modern day game, there's 5 substitutions nowadays, you know, there's 5 subs. The dynamics of the team changes so much, especially if you're winning. Especially if you're losing, 5 subs ain't a problem. Got nothing to lose, you put people in the box. But I think Tottenham just lost the reins of the game, the rhythm of the game. And whether Antonio will look at that and think, well, some of that's got to be down to me. You know, he's made them 5, thinking for Saturday, for Everton at home maybe, get this one done. The Champions League is the Champions League, isn't it?
Now, we mentioned Harry Kane, of course, Mr. Reliable, stepping up to the mark and delivering, but then came another penalty and he didn't deliver.
Yeah, obviously we were talking about how reliable he was on penalties. But it was here. I mean, I'm not quite sure. Sorry, what's this? But
it's where he back heels.
Oh, it's the back heel here. Yeah. It's what on earth is he doing? And
great dribble, by the way.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Shot.
It's a great bit of skill. I felt sorry for him because you can see how much he wanted to impress, and he has a chance there to go and score a fantastic goal. But he gets the penalty, and very surprising that Harry Kane misses.
I did say, Pete, when we talked, I said, if you're ever going to miss one, Harry, tonight's the night. It hasn't hurt Tottenham, and hopefully that's it now, even in the World Cup.
So he's got it out of his system before the World Cup. See the logic there? That makes sense, doesn't it, Owen? You know, he hits him hard, Harry. Yeah. But he probably hit that one just a little bit harder, maybe, than
he normally does. Really. Normally just hits the side net and it's perfect. I think he's the best penalty. I think that one he probably just tried to just snatch that maybe a little bit more than he normally does.
Yeah, he'll be frustrated though, won't he, Crouchy?
Yeah, listen, you know, he's after records. He's got stats to, you know, and goals to get constantly. He'll probably be kicking himself a little bit on that one, but, you know, they've won the game.
All right, well, it's time for a break, after which we're